Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is day 32 of daily CGI. So I just got done with a 3 to 4 hour study session in Blender. I was following along to another Blender Guru YouTube tutorial series. This one was on how to make a chair in Blender. This is what I've ended up creating. There it is from the front, there it is from the side, there it is top down, and there it is from behind. I think it looks pretty good. It's passable, right? Definitely not perfect, but passable. So yeah, the videos themselves took about 3 hours, 36 minutes to follow along with, and then there was an additional half an hour to an hour to actually do the things, stopping and starting, that kind of thing. It's a rough estimate anyway. So I did take a few notes on this, just a few things that I found useful. I went into the video series hoping to learn more about best practices when it comes to topology, and I also wanted to learn about UV editing because I think that's going to be my biggest weakness and it's intimidating. So up until this point I've been putting it off. So I was happy that the video actually covered went into some detail on those aspects. So I'll just read out my notes real quick, just notes about things I found personally useful. I knew that you could merge vertices already, but until watching this video, I didn't realize that there was an auto merge vertices toggle button at the top of the viewport in edit mode. So we'll just go up here, top right. This bad boy was hiding in plain sight. I didn't even see that icon existed until seeing this tutorial, so that's good to know. I finally got to utilize the Bolt Factory add-on and saved a little bit of time, not much. But for the purposes of following the tutorial, I deleted most of the vertices that made up the thread of the screw and kept the head of the screw intact. Yeah, he was basically faking it or cheating it, created a circle, applied a black material in the center of the circle so it looked like it was dark, but I wanted something a little more realistic. Mine are kind of not even attached right now. They're jutting out so that you can actually see the holes from the front. But yeah, I love Bolt Factory. So many cool add-ons that you can use. Another keyboard button that I didn't know did a thing was the numpad /, which switches to local view. Good to know, I've noted. So yeah, there we go. Definitely good to know. Clean. And yeah, I just had a note about UV editing. You don't need to know the specifics. It's just that I was having a problem in the UV editing section, and obviously Andrew Price didn't cover that problem in the video. But then I looked to the comments, and some of the most thumbs up comments, other people came across the same issues, and people in the Blender community shared the solution to that, or how you might go about fixing it. So really genuinely grateful that so many people sort of leave those comments after the fact or after the software changes, and it's just really helpful. Like-minded people helping each other all the time out here on in Blender. So yeah, that was good. So here is my wireframe mode. Clearly it's not perfect. I'd say one of the biggest flaws, if I was to pick it apart, I kind of phoned it in this section where I was trying to get the all the edges to make contact with the chair here. So you see at the top here and here, they're not perfectly aligned. So I don't think you'd create a product like that. So not perfect. But everything else turned out pretty well. The curvature, like the curve of the chair, is a very specific shape. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to bulge out at the sides a little bit more or not, but it came out quite nice. The way Andrew Price in his tutorial was explaining it was that at this point, because he'd say, you know, homework exercise, model this section yourself based on what you learnt doing this section. So I did, and it came out really quite clean and a nice curve and everything, and sort of matched up pretty well with the back end there. But then he comes back saying, oh, well, if you had any troubles with it, it probably looks something like this. And mine didn't, so that was good. UV editing is still my weak point. I'm sure the scale on some of these textures is all wrong. The texture itself is just what I had available that had a roughness map and like a roughness material, and what was the other one? like a normal map or whatever. So I made do with what I could find, really. And it still looks pretty good, though. Dare I switch to Cycles? Yeah. Yeah, it looks way better in Cycles. Hey, look at that glossiness. Just trying to see if I'm moving. Yeah, better switch back. I guess that's about it. That took a good portion of my evening. Like, that's crazy. But I learnt so much and I really enjoyed it. I feel even more confident now in practicing on my own. So that was super useful. Highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. I don't want to waffle on for too long. And yeah, have a good one. Feel free to subscribe, leave a thumbs up or a comment down below, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video.